I was gonna say we're gonna need to get into spicy territory, and I think you already went way past that. But I got an email from Thomas Wade, our next person, and when I saw it, I cracked up. And we've had people, when we reached out to people going, "Hey, do you want to be part of ACNH Fringe? We're doing a show." Blah blah blah. A lot of people were like, "Oh, but is it PG rated? It's a children's game. What can I say on there?" And I'm just like, as long as you're not being a jerk or a bigot, like we're not that fast. So we don't need to keep it like G-rated here. Like actual sex workers have had to turn their islands into like places to continue their work during COVID. So we're supportive. Anyway, so Thomas Wade, who also had a show in the past in this fringe, Robe Warrior, brings us a story about how he took a rise and grind attitude to the stock market, aka the turnip market, not the Dow Jones, became a ding daddy. And this time, Thomas can play himself. Give it up for Thomas Wade.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Good.
So look, who wants some bells? That
Well, you can't really drop things in the house, I think.
damn, because I had a whole bunch to give away. Because you see, I feel like that everybody plays Animal Crossing to do something in the game that they can't really do in real life. For some people, that's like having a nice orderly routine. For other people, that's having friends. But for me, the reason why I played Animal Crossing was to make fucking money. You see, I've got a degree from university that should make me a big business whiz. But the thing is, what university forgot to tell me is that one of the easiest ways to make money is to already have a shit ton of money to start with. Failing that, the next best thing is to make a bunch of business contacts from going to an elite private school. So, since I can't seem to cut it in the real business world, that I've been, taking on that rise and grind attitude, getting up early on a Sunday morning, hunting down that leaky pig, filling my pockets with turnips, laying them out on my girlfriend's lawn, and I've been working the stalk market, baby. That's right. I've been making motherfucking bells. So, since we've all been in quarantine, I've just been working from home, and I got this 3-screen setup where on my first screen, I've got my work email, so I can do the bare minimum to make real world money. My next screen, I got Turnip Exchange, and then right next to that, I got my girlfriend's Switch. And I'm just there queuing up for island after island for my shot to flip those nips for at least 400 bells a pop. Because the stock market is nothing but a waiting game, and I got nothing but time. Took me hours to get onto my first island, and I swear, it took me at least half an hour to get off there as well with so many people coming and going. But when I finally touched down at my home airport, I had over 1 million bells in my pocket. That you could hear that jingling from all over the island. And then I'd get all those bells, and I'd drop them off at my girlfriend's door. Because I had no need for them in Animal Crossing. That I was just in it for the love of the game. So it became a real routine. Get up early, Sunday morning, I'd hunt down that snot-nosed swine, fill my pockets with turnips, and then I'd get on Turnip Exchange and I'd sell them. But got to the point where I was buying so many turnips that I couldn't sell them all in a single trip. That I was going, making multiple business trips throughout the week, giving all that money to my girlfriend. She was able to get a fully upgraded house. She didn't have to go and catch bugs for her bridges or her ramps anymore. We were living a life that was all blue steel and red zen. That it was kind of like I was a sugar daddy for my girlfriend, but in Animal Crossing. So I was a ding daddy, if you will. That it was getting real interesting, and that I was such a high roller that I wish there was someone else on the island I could share that experience with. The only other person I knew was Tom Nook. So I go in the town hall and I just talk to him, hoping that maybe we want to go out and party, and we could talk about what it's like to have all this money and being such a high roller. But all that ever happened is he put his coffee in his pocket and asked me if I wanted to upgrade my house. I mean, didn't he realize that I was past that now? That I was a big deal like him and didn't matter about my own house? but it just didn't get through to him. Another thing I noticed ever since I became such a high roller is every time I came home from a business trip, that Bunny would always be at the front of her house doing Tai Chi. She always made sure that she could run into me when I was loaded. And I only spoken to Bunny a couple of times, but she was already calling me bestie because that sweaty slut, she knew which side her bread was buttered on. That she was trying to get there between my girlfriend and her bells. I was trying to relax after one particularly stressful business trip, just casting my line out on the eastern beach trying to fish when Bunny runs up to me all excited. You know, I wish that I could have just screamed at her like, fuck off, slut. I already have a girlfriend. But I didn't have that dialogue option. All I could do was learn encouragement. That there was another time when I was trying to relax with fishing, and my girlfriend comes up to me in real life, and she's like, "Daddy, Daddy, do you have some bells for me? The boys are selling a harp in the store, and it'll go really well in my baroque room." And I was like, "I'm sorry, princess. It's the start of the week. All my bells are tied up in turnips right now. You'll have to wait till I sell them." He's like, "It's a special item, Daddy. It won't be there tomorrow. You have to get on Turnip Exchange and sell some for me right now so I can get it." Yeah, I thought I could have a break because the market was down, but obviously not. So I had to pull in my line and get there on Turnip Exchange and sell some turnips. Another time, my girlfriend was playing Animal Crossing and she seemed really annoyed and upset. So I was like, "What's wrong, princess?" And she says, "I'm so sick of Sheldon, Daddy. He always talks about working out, but I never actually see him do anything. He doesn't even Naruto run in front of the town hall. I swear Bunny does more exercising than he does." I knew that Bunny was a gold digging home wrecker, but I didn't tell my girlfriend about that because I was trying to just sort that out myself. That I tell my girlfriend like, "Look, this just that's how the villagers are." She said, "You got so many bells. Can you pay Sheldon to fuck off for me?" I said, "I'm sorry, princess. That's not how the game works. You're gonna have to wait till he decides to leave." So she says to me, "When he does leave, can you get on Turnip Exchange and get a cool villager for me? I don't want an ugly one. I want someone cool like Raymond." And I just thought to myself that, I already spend all this time on Turnip Exchange flipping turnips for her. I have to spend more time on there now getting villagers. That I really got the sense that my girlfriend was losing the spirit of the game. That I was giving her all this money. She was running around the island in a pink tracksuit and a crown, spending all this money just slightly moving bridges, one square here, one square there, buying all the clothes from the Mabel sisters. She forced me to upgrade my house so she could use the wardrobe space. That even though I prided myself on not being a filthy time traveler, that I saw when I visited some islands that the date was 3 months in the future. So even though I wasn't time traveling, if I was buying turnips off an island that wasn't I benefiting from it? That it was really making my girlfriend lose the effort and the work involved with the game that gives you that sense of achievement. So I was already a multimillionaire by that point. I had nothing left to prove. So that's when I decided to retire from the stalk market. That Sunday morning, I got up early, force of habit by that point, really. I pulled out my fishing rod. I said hello to Raymond. I walked over to the eastern beach. I cast my line, and I could see Daisy May walking around there in the background, and I had to fight the urge to go over and talk to her. But I got a bite on my line, pulled out a fish. It was a sea bass, but I reckon it was at least a C plus. Then Bunny walks along, deep in thought, bubble over her head. So I asked her what was wrong. She said that she was thinking about moving away from the island. You could see straight through that fake bitch. As soon as word got around that the bells were drying up, she was out of there. So I said that was probably for the best. And I cast my line again. Then my girlfriend finally gets up in real life. She sees me playing Animal Crossing. And so she says, "Daddy, are you going to buy more turnips? I need bells to finish off the bowling alley and to make little Venice." I said, "I'm sorry, little girl. You're going to have to get a net and catch the bugs to make those bridges yourself. I've retired from the stalk market." And this caught my girlfriend off guard. She was almost offended to a degree. But yeah, she was quite surprised. And she's like, "What? If you're not selling turnips anymore, then why are you still playing, Daddy?" And you know, I just looked at my character there on the low-res screen of the Nintendo Switch with his Ultraman helmet, business shirt with no trousers, hiking boots, and Mum's knapsack. I cast my line again, and I just thought about how much I enjoyed the small zen parts of the game now. And I looked at my girlfriend and I told her, "I just want to fish, for God's sake." Thank you.
Woo!
My Fringe show's ended its run, but I've uploaded onto YouTube, so I'll drop the link to that into the chat afterwards.
Cool.
Thanks for
Thanks.
thanks for listening.
Awesome.